Hey there folks, so today we're going to be carving something very similar to this. This is the 1.5 inch version of the Christmas Goblin. It's a little dirty and fuzzy. But today we're going to be carving that guy on a 1-inch block piece of wood. So this is cut on a diagonal, see, just under an inch right here, and it is 4 inches long, which is the same height as these guys. The neat thing is that we're going to be using this stencil to carve it. So to do this, we set our stencil about a 1/16 of an inch off of the bottom, and that's to allow space for the neck and for a pencil line to be there. And all we do is trace the entire stencil all around. Anywhere there's a gap, there should be a pencil line in it. Okay, have everything on that side. Let's do the other side. Just one little piece right here. Okay. And before we get started, it's best if we match up all the lines. Cool. Okay, so the first thing that we do is carve out the profile. Just like that. Okay, the temples are next. Same on this side. Right. Let's shape this right here. Let's redraw the mouth. And let's push back right here from the top of the nose all the way back. So like this and back. That one cut should be good enough. The eyebrows come to a point, as well as that tuft of hair. Okay, so take just a little bit of a stop cut right there underneath the eyebrows and come up right to it. That should be good. Okay, now let's do the mouth. So for this, normally we would use a V-tool and outline that, but since this is so small, we could just go ahead with our knife and just follow that line. Just trace it and score it lightly. Mind you, this is probably the trickiest part right here, this turn. There we go. And see if you can remove any of that material right there. Just a little bit. Right up until the end. Okay, and then the same thing on the other side. Go from there. Okay, and then the same thing. Just remove a sliver of material, getting deeper as you get towards the corner of the mouth. Alright, that's excellent. Now we're going to do the rest of the mouth while we're here. Go like that. Just outline the mouth. We're going to tuck the lower lip underneath the upper lip. Right there. Okay. And now we're just going to take a sliver off of that mouth. So both the top and lower lips, just so we can open it up. Okay. Alright, now just roll the chin. So you want the neck, you're kind of shaping the chin or the neck or whatever it is, right underneath the mouth. So you have to roll your knife at the bottom there. There you go. And just chamfer that edge right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. So the eyes, likewise, we're just gonna score the underside of those eyebrows. Okay, and now we're just gonna take a sliver of wood off. And I like to get those lines completely erased. When I do that, that usually means I've gone deep enough. Okay, the same thing on the other side. Right here. Okay. So now come the stencils. So this is what the eyeball stencils are for. So right here we've getting the one that goes on that side and then the one that goes on the opposite side. This really kind of allows you to make sure that they're even and to get the same shape when you draw them. So just go ahead and trace. Let's see if that came out any good. Yep. Happy with that. And just connect those eyes. Just like that. Okay, and using your knife, just score that line. You know what, I'm going to switch to a detail knife. Because these cuts are getting pretty small. That large roughing knife is good, but it's for when I need to remove a lot more material than this. So like that. So after you outline it, just remove a little bit of the material in there. Just enough to separate the eyeball from the socket. Okay, that looks good. Let's do the other side too. What's going on here? There we go. Yeah, the detail knife really works best for this size, so if you have one, definitely use it. Okay, so now that the eyeballs are done, we're just going to shape the socket. So all we do is remove a little bit of wood around here just to round over the socket so it doesn't look like this eyeball is completely recessed in there. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to take my V-tool and I'm going to connect these two bridges, this one and that one. So, and that's going to be the top of my nose. So up right here and down on this side. Excellent. And I'm going to swoop this up just a little bit to give it more of a bridge feel. I mean, it's kind of tough. There's not much there to play with. Even when you get to a 1.5 inch block piece of wood, there's more wood there to do anything with. Okay, and then get that V-tool again. We're going to do the side of the nose. So this line right here, and this line right here. And just kind of outline it. Now we can remove some of this material that's on the side of the nose. Just like this. And over here. And if you want, you can remove a little bit more material here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I like to use this 1mm veiner. So it's a number 11, and it's very thin, but it's just enough to give you a little bit of texture on there. So I'm going to take those lines on the side that we had drawn and just kind of swoop them up to the nose right there. So if you have to see what I'm doing, we're just tracing that line right there. And we're going to do some other things with this 1mm. So right here. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're also going to do this line right here. That's around the eyeball. And likewise on this side. Right. Almost done shaping the face, surprisingly enough. This one almost carves itself, really. Okay. Like that. Do a little bit more on this side. Alright, take that same veiner And let's give it a couple texture lines on the side of the face right here. On the cheek. There. Okay. And we're going to try to get rid of some of these pencil lines right here. So just take your knife and remove just the slightest amount of wood there at an angle. Kind of smoothing it out a little bit. Okay, let's see how that's looking. That's not too bad. Cool. That's looking good. And really the stencil just kind of helps you stay even, right? It's not so much that it does all the carving for you. It tells you what to outline, what to cut, but you still have to do these cuts the way that they're meant to be. So it's not that there is no skill involved, it's that you can get to carving much quicker. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the top of the eyebrows. So right here, just going to outline all this. And this is, if you don't want to leave this forehead area right here, you can bring the forelock down a little bit. I like it. That's why I included it in the stencil, so I don't know. Let's shape the top of that forelock by just tucking it under the brim. There it is. Okay. We had this separated, so the easiest thing to do is just come in with a V-tool and do that. And from that side as well. We can always cut this back a little bit as well, so we can make those eyebrows really pronounced. Yeah, really like how those eyebrows flare out. It's kind of neat. There we go. Alright, and I think we have enough time to do the rest of the hat. So we'll do that. almost done. Okay, let's give it a little bit more texture on the hair. So right here I'm using the 1mm veiner again. There. Okay, and then for the eyebrows, I like to just come in and do them at a diagonal. The long strokes makes it look like like those eyebrows are even longer. Okay. That looks pretty good. We did that using this stencil right here. Look at that. 1 inch, 1.5 inch. I hope you guys enjoy and create some of your own. And if you have any suggestions on future stencils that you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments.